This is Thursday evening, the 18th of April 2024. Wow, what a busy week. I'm currently chilling out with the big boy, who's very lovely as always. Arthur's under the bed. He was finally given a formal diagnosis the other day of idiopathic feline cystitis. So really we need to try and keep his stress levels down. He's got the same condition as Fred. We have him on Royal Canin wet and dry food. He can have a bit more wet food than dry food, and we need to put a teaspoon of filtered water in with his wet food and mix it round. It's vital that he has as much fluid as possible to stay well. He's doing well though. I've given him quite a bit of crystal healing in the last 2 or 3 weeks, as well as some hands-on healing, and he's a good boy and he's doing really well. We're encouraged to let him out. We change the litter trays every day without fail, and that helps to keep him well. And that's how things need to be going forward. I can't find any natural vets around here, which is a bit of a disappointment, but I think with enough love and care he'll be okay. I finally managed to get my mobile phone sorted on Tuesday. What a performance. Anyway, as it happens, Vodafone themselves offered me a much better deal than the one I was having with them through OneCom. OneCom's customer service attitude needs to improve somewhat. I was placed on hold several times on Tuesday morning without them saying, we'll just put you on hold. They just put me on hold. I wasn't happy with their attitude, and in the end I had to let them know that I used to work in legal services, and that seemed to do the trick. I'm glad that the whole episode is over, but I believe they go trawling through Vodafone customers as well to try and pick them up. Well, I won't be falling for that one again. It's all very unethical. I went today to see Lee for my appointment, and we discussed how the month had gone. I feel positive and upbeat in general. I've slowed down a bit. I do sometimes have brain fog. I did point out that it was my observation that often people with fibromyalgia have ADHD as well, and she could see where I was coming from with that. I forgot to pay her and I had to go back and pay her. That's just one of the things with ADHD. If you don't do something straight away, then it can be easy to forget momentarily. I felt awful about it, but at least I remembered before I got home, which is something, I suppose. Lee got me again to feel the vibrations of the various remedies. She thought that I should continue with Arsenicum album, and I'm happy for that. I held the potency of the remedy I've been taking in my hand, and I couldn't feel much of a vibration at all. And then she gave me the next potency, which is LM2, and there was a good vibration from that, and we put that to one side. And then I did the same in tablet form, but the first one, again, no vibrations, and the second one was too strong. So she went with making me up the liquid remedy again in the LM2 potency. Therefore, this evening I'm going to take one bang, one drop, and then I will do that for the next few days, and She said increase it how I see fit, because I'm attuned enough to know what is right for me. Therefore, when I feel that I'm ready to take 1 drop twice a day, I can do that, and so on and so forth. And I might even end up having 3 bangs, 3 drops twice a day. Who knows? It's 5 weeks until my next appointment, which is on May the 23rd. And hopefully by then I will be tolerating this stronger potency as well as I have the first. We're having work done at home, so everything's up in a tizzy. The cats did go out this afternoon for quite a while. They're still doing building work next door. I've got backache. Lee did suggest maybe I should invest in a grounding sheet, and I think that's quite a good idea, so I'm going to look into doing that. She said it works for her anyway, and I don't have to have a king size one. I could just have a single one and place it across the bed so my feet are touching it. The grounding sheet will do its job as long as some part of my body is touching it, and the feet do the job well in this respect, so she tells me, and that's what I will do. I'm feeling really tired now, and not conveying things as well as I would like, so I'm going to sign off and make supper. I have some leftover curry tonight. Dan is at his mum's tonight and will be back tomorrow, so I'm in with the cats this evening, and we're all going to have an early night, and things will be brighter in the morning. This is Saturday the 20th of April 2024. Wow, what a day, another one. Yesterday was so busy again. I felt so tired as well. But this weekend we have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunct, and Amanda Ellis and the Sky Priestess have both done videos about this subject. And I will point out that Jupiter and Uranus are, if you like, opposites. While Jupiter is about new opportunities and new avenues and doors opening, Uranus can throw a spanner in the works. The main thing we can take from this is that if we do the work, continue to do the work, even if we fall down sometimes, then we can bring about transformation. There's a lot of war and strife going on in the Middle East right now in several of the nations, and I would ask that we all manifest positive outcomes by visualizing positive outcomes. If we go around being negative, then we are attracting negative outcomes. But if we focus and visualize positive things happening, then we will achieve positive outcomes. If you think about it, it's the law of attraction, and you can also say we make our own luck, which we do to a great degree, even if we don't think so. The power of manifestation is an important one indeed, and something we need to always be considerate of in our daily actions. We're only human, we're not going to be perfect all the time, but the main thing is that we do our best and try to rise from the very dark energies in the world and the negativity that's going on right now and the fear. Try and step away from that. And if the only way we can do it is by switching off the social media, the TV, the radio, then so be it. Go out in nature, embrace the positive energies from walking in nature, which may include, of course, forest bathing, which isn't necessarily going for a swim in the forest glade, in the bubbling stream or waterfall, although that's good, it's an added bonus. But forest bathing is actually taking a very, very slow walk and pausing to take in what's around you, every scent, every sound, every whisper, the rustle of the trees, and the wind maybe against your face, or the shelter from the heat of the sun, if you're lucky enough to have sun. All those things encompass forest bathing, maybe a spot of foraging, looking out for certain flora or fauna. That is so good for the soul. I enjoy forest bathing very much, and so does Dan. We don't have any forest near us, so we purposely drive to whatever we can find. We often drive to Blean Woods, for example, which is near Canterbury. It's over 20 miles away, but it makes us feel so good when we've been there. We also quite enjoy nature reserves as well, although you don't necessarily get the wooded areas that you do in the proper woods or the forests or the glades. Yesterday then, our workman finished the jobs that were urgent and started painting our front door. Beautiful shade, Farrenball Rectory Red. Although the gloss paint is quite slow to dry, it's still tacky, and it's Saturday evening, and he finished it about 24 hours ago. But the coverage is amazing and it will dry beautifully. It's exactly how I envisaged it. We went shopping today for bits and pieces. Lee messaged me to say she's not going to give me any other remedies, so I'm just on the one, the Arsenicum album, so we can really get to grips with my allergies to any remedies and medications and any chemicals at all, really. I mean, I even have a problem with bath and body products and some cosmetics and foods and all sorts of things. But the main thing is to get on top of my allergies to the remedies, so I don't get as many aggravations, and so I can tolerate a wider range of remedy. And we got back early afternoon and had a spot of lunch, fed the cats. Arthur's had some love. He lay on his back and let me stroke his belly, and I massaged his paws and gave him some healing, which he enjoyed very much. He seems to just do it automatically. He really enjoys it. And we've tidied the bookshelf in our bedroom, dusted everything and put everything neatly back. And I haven't taken my remedy today. I took a dose yesterday lunchtime, and I'm a bit out of routine today, so I'm going to take one in a minute. It's nearly 6 p.m. Then we're going to have supper, and Dan is then going out to collect the 2 Co-op 2 Good to Go bags from Minster, and then pop into Tesco for some other bits that we couldn't get elsewhere. And hopefully I'll have a good night. Last night I had a good night's sleep, but I'm still feeling very tired today. It's the energies from this conjunct, and also the Schumann resonance, which is still off the scale. We keep having solar storms and big flares, so I'm just feeling quite tired, although I'm not run down. Tomorrow will be another gentle day. We'll be going to the Emporium and then just seeing what happens as the day unfolds. This is Sunday the 21st of April 2024, and later this day I'm going to start building my manifestation and healing board. I've had a busy morning. I'm still feeling tired, although I had a good night's rest. I'm doing okay on the higher potency of my Arsenicum album. I will be taking another dose early this afternoon. It's lunchtime now. Dan and I have been to the Emporium. We shot a promo video for my 2 pitches, and next weekend we will be shooting a promo video for my online shop and also my Etsy. Advertising is so expensive, and this to me feels like another way of advertising but not spending money. Facebook advertising works out quite expensive compared to the actual hits that I may or may not receive. Arthur's well. He and Robin went out this morning. Merlin went out for a short time and came in, and Arthur and Robin soon came in. It's quite chilly today. We've also been caught in a couple of rain showers, including hail, which wasn't the most pleasant of experiences, I must say. I was on my 6 Oxford Street pitch and was talking to a lovely lady who was having a look round, and she has a large crystal collection, and that's what we were talking about. And I said to her, I always choose to sell crystals that I myself would like to keep. So if I later decide that I don't want to sell them, I can bring them home. And we had a laugh about that. And when we'd done what we needed to do, we've put quite a few things on both pitches today. We had a cup of tea and now we're at home and getting lunch ready. Merlin has his checkup at the vet tomorrow, and fingers crossed he will be able to come off his insulin. He's been on 1 unit now for the last 2 to 3 months and seems to be coping with that really well. When we got home, Dan also took photos of me wearing my new apron. I've made a lovely canvas butcher's and baker's apron, the traditional navy and white stripe, and that will be going in my online shop, catevans.com, and I am pricing it at £14. I have enough fabric left over to make another apron. That might be a slightly smaller size, but should also be suitable for unisex use. And after lunch we are going to do some planting out of our tomato seedlings and some more sowing of seeds, and then we are going to do a bit more of the sorting out of our clutter. This is an ideal time to do your decluttering.